Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hear Jay-Z response to his accuser, I need you to hit the like button now. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button now. Spit Squad. Jay-Z reacts to the interview that his alleged accuser did, and I'm going to read y'all that, and then I'm going to respond to it. It says, today's investigative report proved this attorney Busby filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, yet he filed in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Sean Carter. Now, the first thing I want to do is break down a contextual clue that a lot of y'all probably missed. Jay-Z dropped a compilation album while he was the head of Rockefeller, and it was called the Dynasty album. On there, he had a song called 1-800 Hustlers. Now, 1-800 Hustlers was basically a line where fake hustlers called in to real hustlers and try to figure out how to get their game intact and how to hustle. So when we look at him saying 1-800 lawyers, it's basically saying, and it's so witty, right? He's basically saying that a fake accuser called in to the lawyer and basically got coached on how to put this story together or how to do their job. If you go listen to the song 1-800 Hustler, you'll understand exactly what he's saying. Now, when we look at this story, it's a bunch of inconsistencies, and y'all go back and listen to my other video. I told y'all from the beginning, man, something don't sound right about this. She 13 years old. Somebody just dropped off in the middle of nowhere. She ended up meeting up with somebody, and then her dad came and picked her up in the middle of the night. She said a police officer saw her. So a police officer saw a woman running down the street naked, and he did nothing about it. He didn't stop. He didn't question her. He was just like, all right, go on your way. And then she said she waited for like 5 hours for her father to pick her up or something like that, because she left from, I think, Rochester to Manhattan, which was a 5-hour drive. And her dad said he remember picking her up in the middle of the night, but he said he don't remember it being that far of a trip. Now, my thing is that she does deal with she's on the spectrum. She deals with autism. So at 13, I don't understand how she could be out like that and then nobody know. But then when her dad does find, like, at 13, you want to know where your child is at all times, even if they out at a school function or whatever. You still would know where they are. So for her father not to know where she at 13, it doesn't make sense unless she was running around pretending to be growner than she was. And that's what I would think. But some of the people that she said was there weren't even there at the time they were on tour. So it's a lot of things that happening, man. When these type of cases happen, I be kind of glad when it come out like this, because a lot of these stories that come out, and this is nothing to real victims, but a lot of these stories that come out, people just be saying, yo, we got to believe the victim. We shouldn't not believe the victim. Why would the victim lie? And sometimes the victim can lie, or sometimes the victim can misremember who they thought they were in the room with. Now, you have to remember, this is the 2000s, I believe it was. And so although the internet was around, it's not like it was now. So if you living in a small town out in Rochester, New York, and you've seen Jay-Z picture once or twice, or you've seen Diddy picture once or twice, back in this time, especially from like 2000, and then when you get back to the 90s and 80s, and obviously when it come to like a lot of the 80s and 90s, I don't know personally, but I've heard a lot of stories of people being like, yeah, I play for the Chicago Bulls. My name is XYZ. I'm the 10th man on the bench. And there would be no way for a person to fact check that back in the day, because it was no internet. It was no Google. So it could have been somebody else who got a hold of it and said, yeah, I'm Diddy. And then the other person said, I'm Jay-Z. And then from that point, just like, yo, we can do XYZ for you if you do XYZ. So that was happening a lot back in the day, and we can't not take that into account. But not only is this a big win for Jay-Z, but it also a big win for Diddy, because he'll basically be able to get her out the way without actually having to do anything. And then another thing, if they get Busby sanctioned, or if they get Bugsby reprimanded for this, and I mean Jay-Z and Alex Shapiro, well, that would be great for Diddy too, because that means most of Busby's clients would just fall to the wayside. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.